Politics, we will be discussing core issues from different political landscapes. 2024 elections, delegates Congress deepens rift in Edo State, PDP.
Also, Senator Jimo Ibrahim declares for Ondo State Global.
And in Benue State, I had no hand in Agada's suspension. This is coming from the ward secretary.
Of course, in party politics, court adjourns hearing compelling PDP NEC to hold convention. Okay, so these are the issues that we will be x-raying today, and our guest for today is a renowned political analyst, Mr. Stephen Debar. You'll get to meet him after this break. Don't go nowhere.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what's the blood.
I have fought a very family. Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
Atn covers it all on Atn Politics today.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
you human trafficker.
Honorable they are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
from the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. Only on Atn.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what's the blood.
I have fought a very family. Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
Atn covers it all on Atn Politics today.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
you human trafficker.
Honorable they are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
Every day, our lives are changed.
It's what's the blood.
I have fought a very family. Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
Atn covers it all on Atn Politics today.
People into the country.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what's the blood.
I have fought a very family. Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all.
Welcome back to Atn Politics. It's good to have you here, and it's also good to have my exceptional co-anchor, Treasurer Timidari.
Yeah, we're always here to do justice, you know, to the trending political stories. And I'm glad we have here a very strong voice when it comes to politics in Rivers State and Nigeria. Mr. Diwola, you're welcome once again.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, okay.
So, where are we going today? Edo State, of course.
Yeah, Edo State.
Edo State has actually been in the news for almost like on a daily basis now because of the governorship election coming very soon. Edo State and Ondo State. I think those are the two states that is making headways because of the next governorship election.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Two Edo States. PDP rift deepens with rejection of delegates Congress outcome. The recent delegate Congress of the People's Democratic Party in Edo State has caused a major rift between the party, with some leaders rejecting the outcome of the exercise. This development has cast a shadow of doubt on the unity and stability of the party in the state. The State Publicity Secretary of the party, Oge Vasco, said the process that led to the exercise was faulty and that despite complaints to the National Working Committee, they did not take the expected action. Vasco's position is contrary to the position of the state chairman of the party, Dr. Tony Azebemi, who, after last Sunday's World Delegates Congress, said it was the most well-organized in the country in the history of the party. But in a shocking counterclaim, the party's spokesman said that the decision to reject the exercise was after a cursory overview of the whole charade put up by the state government and certain individuals in NWC. Recall that 9 aspirants had faulted the exercise, saying it was hijacked. Vasco, corroborating the claim in a statement, said the leaders noticed that the agents of Governor Godwin Obaseki made the stipulated venues inaccessible to other 9 aspirants and their supporters by flooding the venues with armed thugs that were hostile and intimidating and would only grant access if an individual was going to vote for the pre-selected delegates in favor of the governor's aspirants. He said no voting was conducted in 92% of the stipulated venues. The Office of the National Organizing Secretary published 3 conflicting letters on the composition of officers in charge of the Congress, both at the wards and local government areas. The last letter consisted of names of 7 government officials in Edo and Delta states. This irregular act had earlier been communicated to the national leadership of the party by the 9 aspirants so affected. The materials for the conduct of the purported Congress has been deposited with the state governor, who is an interested party in the Congress. For days prior to the stipulated dates, where is the fairness in NWC? The NWC has preached in the various engagements with stakeholders leading to this Congress. These and other infractions observed need to be addressed properly. Consequently, the leadership of the party calls on all party faithful to join in the call to right the wrongs of the sham perpetrated this past weekend and also call for a total cancellation of the exercise. He said, we hope that the PDP in Edo State,
It
doesn't really fall apart.
They're getting this right at all.
Yes. Now, I don't know, this doesn't make sense. How do you hold a Congress and there's a condition?
The chairman and the PRO now.
Yes.
Anyway, let's listen to our guests. What do you make of
So
this?
what's your take
on this whole thing that's happening?
It looks like the state chairman is on the page of the governor.
Of course.
The current governor, the outgoing governor, if you like. And then the publicity secretary is on the page of the national vice chairman, south of the party, Chief Dan Obi. I think that's the scenario here. What I deduce from what is happening in Edo State is not any different from what is the usual politics in this part of the world, particularly when you look at what is happening in Rivers State and then in South region. There's something about ingratitude. It has a way of haunting you. If not today, tomorrow you are going to reap from it. We had story about the governor, not wanting his successor the deputy governor to be his successor. So he had to lock him out of office at some point, forcefully renovate his office, and then makes him look like an IDP in Edo State, a deputy governor for that matter. This is a deputy governor that had also abandoned their political godfather. He joined Adams. He joined Governor Baseki to abandon the comrade Adams Shomole, the former governor of Edo State, now senator of the Federal Republic. And so you could see karma playing out on him in Edo State right before his eyes. So what is happening in Edo State can also be likened to that kind of situation of ingratitude. And I see it coming the way of the governor, the current governor. He might not have his way in Edo State. They might be playing their own politics in trying to, have his way, have his own anointed candidate. He once told the world that he never had a hand in the purported or threat to remove the deputy governor. He said that he is not fighting him for his ambition, but it's clear now, even not the deputy governor talking, but the publicity secretary of the party talking, accusing the governor that all the things that happened, the so-called primaries, was a charade orchestrated from government house in Benin City. So I see a problem that will snowball into Edo State, slipped off the People's Democratic Party in the coming election.
Okay, if I may ask you this, there's something you said, ingratitude.
Yeah.
When you use the word ingratitude, does it exist in political?
It does. It does.
What I'm saying is that do people take it? Because when you say ingratitude, it's a normal thing in politics. The way you
disloyalty.
The way you get what you want, you turn your back. Because for me, I do not expect that. Okay, even if you have a candidate that you are supporting, now why not allow a level playing field? I mean, we were told that he went to see the former governor of Rivers State, now FCT minister, and he told him point and blank, say, look, go to the field. We cannot trust you again. Let that be a play for everybody to come and contest. And I think the way he's going about it, he's being desperate about the whole thing. So for me, like I'm saying, the word ingratitude, I don't think it exists anymore.
Well, you might say it might not be politically correct to use the word ingratitude, but me, I'm a believer, I'm a Christian, and I believe that when you are ungrateful to your benefactor, you definitely reap the cost of it. This is the scenario you just painted. The former governor of Rivers State, he came to him. This is a man we knew that practically stayed in the state to ensure that, he ensured that their godfatherism was not perpetuated on Edo State. He ensured that Adams Shomole never had his way. He ensured that the current governor had his way. All the court cases and everything that played around it, we saw it, being championed by the former governor of Rivers State. What happened thereafter? You could see that he talked back at the former governor. I'm not a member of their political party, but I don't believe in ingratitude. Like what is happening in Rivers State, if you want me to delve a little bit. It's also a question of ingratitude. I don't believe that the current governor of Rivers State should be so quick to do what he's doing.
Well, that's another story for another day. So for that, we're discussing.
It's not a story for another day. It's the same thing playing out.
I know.
This is the same governor Baseki that said he was fighting godfatherism. He is now constituting himself as a godfather in Atn Politics and wanting to anoint his successor. And the people are revolting. And I'm telling you that what happened, what he feared, like the Christians will always say, what the enemy meant for evil or something. What God he feared, God is also going to turn it around in his own coin for him. I tell you, that's what is going to happen.
What I'm saying,
because what he do today, I think is politically correct, might be wrong tomorrow.
I agree with you.
Before God and humanity.
I agree with you.
And when you talk about humanity, politicians are involved.
Well, just like I said, let's not go to Rivers. Another day for Rivers State, we'll definitely invite you to come and talk about it. For me, I don't like to dwell into all of those things, but for me, politicians, I don't like to use the word. It's in their DNA to betray each other. It is in their DNA.
And so isn't it time we change the narrative?
How do you want to change it? When godfatherism has not stopped. He just said it now. He's playing around everywhere. Godfatherism, I want to leave office, I want to stop my successor. So with that,
those people you saw, they saw those terms of those agreements. They saw the conditions around the succession, how they are going to grab power. They agreed to those terms. Whether you like it or you don't like it, they saw that these things might not be too good. Why not allow the people to determine who governs them? Why not make yourself available and tell the people your manifesto and allow the people to show that they choose you or not, but you submitted to a particular godfather who anointed you, made you who you want to become. When you eventually become the thing you want to become, you now begin to do bravado. That's not it.
But you see, my concern is this, Mr. Steve.
Yes.
If you continue to allow this to happen, this issue of loyalty to a man, not to the state, to one man.
Who is not allowing it in this case?
No, because see, for me...
you have to answer it.
No, for
Who
me,
is not allowing it?
See.
This is the governor of Basiki that never allowed godfatherism to thrive in Edo State. He is the one that
Let's go to the Edo State story that we are talking about. What do you think is going to be the solution to this rift?
The solution is that anybody that cooks a soup must eat the
express optimism that there will be no imposition of candidate from the national leadership of the All Progressive Congress, APC, and the presidency. Senator noted that President Bola Tinubu would allow a free and fair primary to enable the best candidate to emerge. The president would never say that we should go and work for the incumbent governor. He can only appeal that maybe he prefers one person, if you can prefer him, and if you cannot, go and with that, people saw that already the late governor has already declared his support for his deputy, then. And then all the impeachment saga and all of that came to be, and the president intervention, the first one did not go down well with them. Second one, of course...
it's not to spite on the former governor. Rather, he was trying to say that power of incumbency, simply put, will not play out in this coming election. Because in politics, it is always said that the right of first refusal will also be given to the incumbent. And so in that situation, either by divine providence or whatever has happened, a late governor has passed on, and then that situation would not play out. And so he sees himself a fair chance to clinch the ticket of the party, in this case the All Progressives Congress. I think that with the way the current Governor Lucky, has carried on, he
break, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Registration has commenced for the 13th edition of Rotary Club of Trans-Amadi Spelling Bee competition for schools in River State with Nigeria LNG Limited as headline sponsor. Registration is Bonny, Ascension High School, Eleme, Solid Steps International School, Oyibo, Paradise International School, Afam Road, Oyibo, Western Ahoda County High School, Ahoda, Community Boys Secondary School, Elelenwon, St. Andrews State School 1 by 1, Diobo, State School 1, Eche, Local Government Area, Gold Mine International School, Degema, Mother Boys Secondary School, Omoko, Dumfred Model School, Bori. For more information, contact 04. Spelling Bee is supported by media partners Atlantic TV Network and Wish 99.5 FM. Sponsors Victor and Helen Foundation, Eddie Baber Foundation, Shuxel Computers, Morningstar Hospital, and Nigeria Info. Spelling Bee.
You are welcome back to Atn Politics. Still in the studio here with us is Mr. Stephen Dibar. Oh, now on to Benue State. It's been quite an interesting turn of events in Benue. We were tricked to sign Agada suspension. Now this is coming from the ward Secretary. The Secretary of the All Progressives Congress in Ehaje Ward 1, Sunday Innocent, has refuted his involvement in the purported suspension of Austin Agada, the chairman of the party in Benue State. Innocent, along with other party members, allegedly announced Agada's suspension over purported anti-party activities during the 2023 general election in Benue. The suspension stemmed from a petition against Agada by Comrade Daniel Onje, the party's senatorial candidate in the last election in Benue South. However, the APC national body has nullified Agada's alleged suspension, citing procedural irregularities. In a video broadcast on Wednesday, Innocent claimed that he was deceived into visiting the government house in Makurdi under the pretext of collecting palliatives, only to be coerced into signing an attendance register before receiving the items. I want to make it clear, I had no hand in suspending Agada. That's not what I stand for in this party. I was deceived into visiting the government house in Makurdi, thinking I was going to collect palliatives for my ward. But once there, I found myself tricked into signing an attendance register. Agada's suspension, it felt like a betrayal, being caught off guard in such a manner. I saw Honorable Ugu Odo, Commissioner for Water Resources, Sanitation and Climate Change, Linda Agada, SSA on Beautification, Isaiah Abba, Apochi Edwin, and Sunday Joshua Ocheme. They were all part of this deceitful scheme. He revealed they were each offered 400,000 naira and promised motorcycles without being informed that the document they signed pertained to Agada's suspension. I want to make it clear, I had no hand in suspending Agada. That's not what I stand for in this party. I'm trying to hold my breath. Like
something struck me. 400,000 naira and
a motorcycle.
That's the one we call Okada.
Okada, yeah.
That's what will make you to go and sign. You know, in this part of the world, politics is getting very, very, very. I don't know the right word to use, Mr. Stevie. I don't know the right word to use. It's getting more.
Signed,
and then the signed document became an attachment to that decision to remove the state chairman of the party. So eventually, maybe when the thing became public, he now had to do this kind of refutal. But what I want to say is the we did it, and today we no longer heard of him as national chairman. Same happened to our own, backyard here, Totachia, Prince Uche Secondus. It was also in that kind of situation. So, and all within the circle of the party politics. When you look at the party politics, the constitution of the PDP and that of the APC, they are almost the same thing, because they are just. What we are now, we are just like strange bedfellows. They are the people with that constitute those parties. I think that it's unfortunate that we have this kind of situation in Benue State, because I see the state chairman not having this. As what he goes out with the people to tell the people, and when the people buys into it, so it is expected that the chief executive, the beneficiary
meetings, no matter who you are, if they call for a meeting, you must be there. If you're not there, they give you suspension.
They even come and seize some cooking utensils from the house if you're a party member and you've benefited and you've not paid your dues. I remember they will come and these other local Piso and Mota, they will come and take it.
Yes.
I noticed it as a child.
So those are the things, those are the measures we just look at. And then, before we go, because of our time, what do you, because looking at the three stories today, they all have to do with party politics.
Yeah.
They have to do with party politics. PDP, APC, and that's what we have. And some people say, don't vote APC again. And I ask them, who are you going to vote for?
Okay.
Is it PDP you're going to vote for? Is it PDP? When we have PDAPC, and we also have APPDP. That's what we have. This is an era where people sit down in their political party and play open anti-party, and they cannot be sanctioned because they have bought over the party. So in your final analysis today, what would be your suggestion concerning how political parties operate in the next general election? Because everybody is saying now, PDP will rule Nigeria for the next 60 years. Unfortunately for that, they rule only for 16 years. And APC took power. Now, APC is going to do 12 years now. I don't know if you have the opportunity of doing 16 years also. But for now, what will you suggest as a political analyst, as a politician? What do you think is the right way political parties should handle their operations, especially when our political leaders dictate to them?
We might not have the best of candidates. We might not have the best of personalities, but I think political parties need to learn from the previous elections. I said it here in this studio in one of your programs. And I said what the Labour Party is bringing on the table should be a lesson to political parties because they are here to upstage. It is a mistake of the ruling political parties that has caused a ripple effect, a ripple in the political landscape, such that we had the kind of wave we had with and then joke with the Labour Party, you joke at your own peril. You could see what happened with the Labour Party, that even in some states we heard that Okada riders became members of National Assembly, and then those that were even bus conductors that just joined the fray. You know, they were just caught up with the wind of the moment, and they became so. It behoves on political parties to sit back and know that party politics or democracy is about the people. If you see the people and believes in the people and hinge your ideology on the dictates and demands of the people, then you will have power. Then you will be able to deliver dividends of democracy to the people. Where you see godfathers as your end game, where you're so spiritual decider, what happens, then it becomes dangerous to our democracy. I see a situation where we might have another revolution if political parties does not change their attitude, because what happens in the last election with the Peter Obi tendency is just a tip of the iceberg from what is going to happen, because you can see the economic realities, the economic woes that is biting harder. Yesterday I was reading in the news where in some states they are protesting. Even as I was coming to the studio now, I heard that NSA has issued another warning strike notice, and then other affiliate unions are also threatening to join. I heard that President Tinubu is also embarking on some kind of policy somersault. Yesterday he has been talking about food security. He set up committees. Even the 25,000 naira he said he will add to workers, I am not aware if that has been implemented. Some of the things that he has been saying, none of them have come to reality. And I see a situation, even though I'm a member of the APC, I believe that things that you have said to your people should be delivered to your people, because politics is about the people.
Okay.
And another recommendation, finally, I want to talk about, even though we did not talk about the topic, is about the ongoing amendment in the National Assembly. They should include electronic voting system. So it is not only about election transmission of results. It is still that transmission is still, had glitches and all of those things, and even the way of voting. People are still being intimidated in line of voting. I was in my community, I'm a practical politician, and you see people come with talks and then they will just, if you are not voting for a political party, you'll be flogged. In fact, it was also in video clips trending even during the last election, where you see people don't vote. If you're not voting for the Labour Party in the East, you see people flogging you.
Okay.
I'm sure we're going to invite you else.
Of course, we have to do this.
Yes.
We have to do this.
It's always a pleasure to
Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. This is Atn Politics, and thank you for joining us. You can catch us up on the social media handles. It's right on your screen. Thank you for watching. Now, do remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. I am Chinyere Davis.
And of course, I'm Treasure Simidari. See you next time.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what's the blood.
I have fought a very firmly. Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on